There comes a moment in everyone's life when quitting feels easier than continuing, when the weight of disappointment, exhaustion, and doubt presses so heavily on your chest that stopping feels like relief. In those moments, your mind starts negotiating with you, telling you that you've done enough, that it's okay to walk away, that maybe this just wasn't meant for you. But this is exactly the moment that defines who you are becoming. Because quitting doesn't just end the struggle, it ends the possibility. Every meaningful transformation sits just beyond the point where most people give up. When you say, "I will not quit," you're not denying that it's hard, you're declaring that difficulty does not get the final word. You're choosing progress over comfort, growth over ease, and purpose over temporary relief. You didn't come this far to stop now. Think about everything you've already survived. Think about the days you didn't think you'd make it through but did anyway. That strength didn't disappear just because today feels heavy. It's still there, waiting for you to stand back up and use it again. Quitting might feel like peace in the moment, but it often turns into regret later. Continuing, even slowly, even imperfectly, builds pride that lasts. You don't need to have everything figured out to keep going. You don't need clarity about the entire path. You only need the courage to take the next step. Momentum isn't built by giant leaps. It's built by refusing to stop. Every time you keep going, despite resistance, you teach yourself that you are stronger than your excuses. Pain is temporary, but the confidence you gain from pushing through becomes permanent. There will be days when motivation disappears completely, when passion feels distant and discipline is the only thing left to lean on. Those are not signs you should quit. They are signs you are doing something meaningful. Anything worth building will test your commitment. If it were easy, everyone would do it. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not talent or luck, it's persistence. It's the ability to keep showing up when the excitement fades. You are allowed to rest, but you are not allowed to give up on yourself. There is a difference between pausing to recover and stopping altogether. Rest is an act of self-respect. Quitting is often an act of fear disguised as logic. Fear tells you it's safer to stop. Growth tells you it's necessary to continue. When you choose not to quit, you build self-trust. You prove to yourself that your word matters, that your commitments mean something. That self-trust becomes a foundation you can rely on in every area of your life. Every setback you face is information, not a verdict. Failure is not proof that you can't do it, it's proof that you're trying. And trying is the only path forward. You are not behind, you are not broken, you are not weak for feeling tired, you are human, but being human does not disqualify you from greatness. It qualifies you for it. Every great story includes struggle. Every strong person has questioned themselves at some point. The ones who made it are not the ones who never doubted. They are the ones who didn't let doubt stop them. When you say, "I will not quit," you are choosing to believe in the version of yourself that hasn't arrived yet. You are betting on your future self. You are refusing to let a temporary feeling decide a permanent outcome. Even if progress feels invisible right now, something is shifting inside you. Strength is being built quietly. Discipline is being reinforced. Character is being shaped. One day, you will look back at this moment and realize it was a turning point. Not because everything changed overnight, but because you didn't quit when you could have. Keep going even when it feels slow. Keep going even when no one is watching. Keep going even when doubt is loud. You don't need applause to continue. You need conviction. You need to remember why you started. You need to remember that quitting is easy, but living with regret is hard. Continuing is hard too, but it builds a life you can be proud of. This is not the end of your story. This is a chapter that requires endurance. Say it again and mean it, not as a shout, but as a promise to yourself. I will not quit. When motivation is gone and the road feels endless, what carries you forward is not emotion, it's identity. You stop asking how you feel and start asking who you are. Are you the kind of person who quits when it gets uncomfortable? Or are you the kind of person who keeps going even when no one would blame you for stopping? This shift is powerful because feelings change daily, sometimes hourly, but identity is something you choose and reinforce through action. Every time you show up, despite resistance, you cast a vote for the person you are becoming. And over time, those votes add up. You begin to see yourself differently. You're no longer someone trying to be strong. You are someone who has proven strength through repetition. That's why consistency matters more than intensity. You don't need heroic effort every day. You need honest effort. Some days your best will be quiet, slow, and unseen, and that still counts. Progress made in silence is still progress. The world celebrates big wins, but life is built in small decisions. The decision to get up when you want to stay down. The decision to try again when the last attempt failed. The decision to believe that just because it's hard doesn't mean it's wrong. You are allowed to feel discouraged, but you are not allowed to let discouragement decide your future. There is wisdom in pain if you're willing to listen to it. Pain teaches you what matters, what needs to change, and what you're capable of enduring. It sharpens your priorities. It strips away what's unnecessary. When everything feels heavy, simplify. Focus on the next task, the next hour, the next step. You don't climb a mountain by staring at the peak. You climb it by focusing on the ground beneath your feet. Overwhelm comes from trying to carry the entire journey at once. Strength comes from handling what's in front of you right now. You are not weak for needing encouragement. Even the strongest people need reminders. That's why you must learn to speak to yourself with respect. The voice in your head should sound like a coach, not a critic. Instead of saying you're failing, remind yourself you're learning. Instead of saying you're tired of trying, remind yourself that effort means you haven't given up. Words matter, especially the ones you repeat internally. They shape your perception, your confidence, and your endurance. When you commit to not quitting, you also commit to patience. Results take time. Growth is often invisible before it becomes obvious. Roots grow underground before anything shows above the surface. Just because you don't see immediate change doesn't mean nothing is happening. Something is forming in you. Discipline is deepening. Focus is sharpening. Resilience is strengthening. One day, the same effort that feels pointless now will produce results that surprise you. And when that day comes, you'll be grateful you didn't quit when it was hardest. You'll realize that the version of you who wanted to give up was standing right before a breakthrough, even if it didn't feel like it at the time. Quitting would have stolen that moment from you. Life will test you again and again after that. This won't be the last time you feel tired, discouraged, or unsure, but each time you push through, you build evidence. Evidence that you can endure. Evidence that you can adapt, evidence that you can finish what you start. That evidence becomes confidence, and confidence changes how you face challenges. You stop panicking when things get hard because you've been here before. You know discomfort doesn't last forever. You know you don't have to feel strong to act strong. You just have to keep moving. Remember this, you are not behind, you are becoming. You are not stuck, you are strengthening. You are not failing, you are being forged. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a refusal to quit. And those refusals compound. They shape your character. They shape your future. So when tomorrow comes and the same doubts return, don't argue with them. Don't wait for them to disappear. Just move anyway. Action silences doubt faster than reassurance ever will. Keep going, not because it's easy, but because it matters. Keep going because the person you want to be is built on the days you didn't quit. Keep going because quitting would cost you the life you're capable of living. Say it again, quietly but firmly, and let it guide your actions. I will not quit.